Coreen Sheehan.
So you wanna be a rock star, 'cause you like to be popular. Got the makeup, got the crazy clothes. Still you're looking for a cheap guitar. Yeah, you wanna be a rock star.
Star Music Makeover began, as you told us in the intro section, with an idea that you had. And now we're at this point in time, it's almost out. How do you feel?
I'm excited. I can't wait. I mean, this started 2 years ago. And the idea that came up, and I thought, you know, I would love to write a book with a team of authors just covering the 5 main disciplines. To me, it was the spectrum of what an artist's development is truly about. I was so excited to have the team, you know, with Annika and Eric and Bobby and Michael, you know, together, working together and writing our sections. It was just absolutely fabulous.
I find it very interesting that your section is the first section. So, because you always think about where music comes from. So I guess the voice...
It begins there.
It does, doesn't it?
It does. It's whether you're a guitar player and you're writing your own song, you're going to have a vocalist at some point in time. And many guitarists or any other musicians that write songs, you have to have a vocalist to be able to carry the song. It's the lyric, it's the melody, and it always starts with the vocalist, and then it begins to grow. They go into their songwriting. So they're working on their voice, they go into their songwriting and working with their band and performance, finally get to the point where they can record their song, and then it doesn't end there. I mean, if you really want to pursue music professionally, you want to make a career with your music, you have to take it to the next few steps. And that begins to dive into then obviously the business side of it. So music publishing and music business with the whole spectrum.
It's so interesting with vocalists because sometimes what affects people with voices, because they're just certain voices that have a way, they might not be the most technically on point voices, but there's something about them. And it's like, you know, if we're playing an instrument, it's coming through us into the instrument, but the voice, it's just coming out of us. Exactly. What is that?
With vocalists, sometimes it's someone that isn't maybe technically advanced with their skill, but yet they're able to have a certain tone, a certain feel, a certain charisma and personality that comes out in their voice. I believe every person has the ability to tap into an individuality to their voice to where they can project it, whether it be that you're a speaker, whether you're a vocalist, you have the ability to do that. And it's tapping that inner part of your soul and getting it out to express to everyone on stage. And that's where I try to work with vocalists. I work on technique, obviously, but also with performance, getting that person to express their story, to get their voice out, and to be able to show those dynamics within a song. So, you know, I have all kinds of vocalists that I work with, and I think that this book will be very helpful because of the many topics that I cover in the section of the voice. So the first section, by the way, it starts with what I call the fear factor. And every vocalist that I've ever worked with, including myself, I add a personal story in there in the beginning. About, you know, when you're a kid, you don't ever worry about performing. You don't ever worry about your voice. You just go out and you do it. And I think everybody reaches a point where you just get really insecure. Figuring out what it is that they're so scared to be able to really show and express their personality, you know, and to get that out and to convey to an audience and to get that into song and to get that in the songwriting. I think that the book and in this section, it will help many, many artists to be able to overcome these obstacles. Every artist that I've ever worked with, and I can say this across the board with all the authors, there's always obstacles. And many times in anyone's career, it's sometimes very difficult to get around them. But when you can have a mentor that can help guide you around them and to give you a different perspective, I think that helps so much. And I wish that it's funny when you're an instructor, you've had many people in your life that have helped you, and then other things where you just learn the hard way. And I think that's why I wanted to be an educator, because I love music so very much that I wanted to be able to express to every artist that wanted to learn as much as they wanted to learn, to give them as much information and background to be able to weave through and run around the obstacles that were in my way, that were in any of the author's ways, and to be able to get closer to their dream at a faster pace. There's nothing more beautiful than seeing an artist accomplish all the goals that they're trying to make. And I'm hopeful that this book will enlighten so many aspiring artists. So yeah.
5-Star Music Makeover, it's here.
It's here! I'm so excited.
Thank you so much.